Now I have a question for Kate. Do you have as much passion about watching films as Sijy seems to have?
Yeah, I think so. But probably different tastes. A little bit.
Different tastes, you said?
Yeah, probably different tastes. I'm in more so of, I guess, stuff like The Fly, more of the science fiction, the cheesy monster flicks with 70s, 80s style of effects. I'm into more of that. I was always drawn to those type of movies. Like, I'm an Alien fan. I like Alien.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. How'd you feel about the most recent one? Did you watch it?
Actually, no. I have not seen the Prometheus.
Prometheus is one, but then the most recent Alien film is called Alien Covenant.
Oh, right.
That one. I haven't seen that one yet. Yeah. Here's the thing about both of us. We're a little bit slow ducks with the modern movies.
Was it always that way? Or was there a time maybe in your youth when you were more passionate?
Yeah, there was a time, I guess probably high school, elementary school. I think when we were all young, we were very quick on trying to get to all the latest films and the trend, like the new trend, and oh look, superhero movies, oh look, movies with high-end visual effects, oh look, the 3D movies. And now we're just kind of like not as excited anymore for them.
Right.
But I mean, they're entertainment, and like, I'm sure the new Alien movie is good in its own right, but I'm a kicker for the original stuff, the Alien 1 and Alien 2.
Yeah, they're pretty much untouchable, I'd say.
Yeah. And sometimes the series just stop. We don't need any more of it. It's done. It's good as it is. Just move on. That's how we kind of feel with like all these remakes and all these. Let's continue on a series that already exists, or just move on to other stuff. Like it's already there. So.
I mean, technically, movies are not. There's no such thing as an old movie in our opinion, frankly, because let's face it, if you haven't seen it, it is a new movie.
Right, yeah, I see the logic.
Yeah, like there was plenty of stuff that I did not see, like the Stanley Kubrick movies.
Oh yeah.
They would be considered older movies, I guess, but really they're not. And I was exposed to them through Sijy. I had no idea they existed.
Not a single one?
You must have probably known some of the references, like Space Odyssey, the monolith and all that,
I probably, but again, I just never.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh, that you're talking about the music. Yeah, yes.
I mean, it was referenced almost everywhere. It was referenced,
yeah, but I didn't realize that's where it was from. And so when I was first watching that movie, I was like, whoa.
Do you have a certain maybe personal pride with Canadian films? Being a Canadian?
Oh my gosh, I get that question so much from Sijy because he expects me to know so much about Canadian
Strange Brew
movies.
The Fly, anything from David Cronenberg?
I mean, you introduced me to Cube.
That's a good movie. Yeah.
I was going to say that.
Oh, sorry.
It was my question.
All right.
Okay, well, I'll just go back and ask.
Just let Sijy talk.
We'll do it one more time.
Okay, sorry. All right, we'll do it one more time. Okay.
Do you have a certain maybe personal pride with Canadian films? Being a Canadian?
Yeah, I guess so. Like, I don't. See, here's the thing. When I was growing up and watching movies, I never really thought about or cared where it came from. And so when I started to watch some in high school, I still didn't really care where it came from. I didn't think of it. I honestly did not think of much of it. However, we did have a class in high school. It was a media class. I might have mentioned it to you, CG,
Yes.
where we had a little bit of Canadian film exposure, and just Canadian culture in media and television. Unfortunately, I forget the details because I was a dummy teenager at the time. But one movie that definitely stood out to me the most was Cube.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
And that was probably my official first Canadian film that I was aware of that was it was a Canadian produced film. That one definitely stood out to me. Oh, what was another one? Nothing? What was it called? I think it was called Nothing.
I think I know about the movie that you're talking about. There are two people, and they're in a house, and it's all void. There's nothing.
Yes, Nothing.
The
That's
house
the one.
is just floating.
Yes.
Right?
Have you seen that one?
Yeah, back in Saudi Arabia, an edited.
What is it called?
Oh my goodness. Nothing.
I think it's called Nothing.
We
yeah.
think that it's called Nothing. CG seems to know what I'm talking about. Thank goodness somebody remembers. But
the main actor of The Cube is acting in it.
yeah, I was going to point out that actor. He is Canadian. I'm fairly certain that he's Canadian. So he
Right.
tends to be in a lot of Canadian-backed films. So anything that you see with him in it, chances are like 90% of them are probably Canadian movies.
Right. Okay.
I can't remember the guy's name. He was in a few TV series too.
Stargate Atlantis.
Have you ever heard of? Since we're on the topic of the Stargate Atlantic dude, have you ever heard of Treed Murray?
No, I've never heard of it.
basically. Okay, well, Treed Murray is about the main character. He got basically chased up a tree by these teenage delinquents, and he's pretty much trapped in the tree because they're pretty much like pestering him and pretty much bullying him into staying in the tree. And just the whole movie, it's set around that.